Okay, so should menopausal women fast? This is a question I'm getting a lot as well. So I wanted to leave a video here for you all so you can wrap your head around the different types of fasting and what would benefit the menopausal woman. So if you go back and watch some of my fasting videos, but I basically say that there's 5 fasts. There's intermittent fasting, there's dinner to dinner fasting, there's fast mimicking, there's block fasting, and then there's dry fasting. So those are the 5 that I typically walk people through. So what I notice is that if you're a perimenopausal woman and you still have a cycle, then you're gonna want to time your fasts around the cycle that you have if you know it. So I find that most perimenopausal women can actually do really well fasting from the moment they start their cycle till about 15 days in. That's the time that the body, because you're not making as much estrogen and progesterone then, that's the time that your body can actually fast really naturally and do great. So, and you probably are, if you're watching this video and you've experimented with keto and you've experimented with fasting, you probably are already noticing that. If you don't have a regular period, if you're like, you don't know when it's gonna come, again, my advice is the moment it comes, that's a great time to do any of those 5 fasts, okay? If you are postmenopausal or you really have no idea around your cycle, I really think that all pre and postmenopausal women will thrive with 2 different types of fasts. Intermittent fasting, 13 to 15 hours. I don't think you need to go more than 15 hours. I think that staying within that range, some of my patients actually do really well with 13 hours, and the longer they go, the more hormonal symptoms they get. So for women, I believe that are in those menopausal years, we need to stay between 13 to 15. I also think that fast mimicking diet works really well for women that are going through the transition of the menopausal years. And part of that is because you can have things like sweet potatoes, you can have a little more fruit. It's not carb dependent, it's calorie dependent. So if you're not familiar with the fast mimicking diet, go check out some of the videos that I did on those. So through those transitional years, pre, in menopause, and post, I think you really thrive with those 2. Now, let's talk about dry fasting. So the purpose of dry fasting, which I know a lot of you watched my video on that, is to really send your body into another level of repair. Now, here's what's really cool about dry fasting if you're trying to lose weight. With dry fasting, what you want to do, what it does is as your body, when you're not bringing in any water or food, your body gets a bit dehydrated and it goes to find water in fat. So it actually starts to metabolize fat a lot quicker during a dry fast. If you're not familiar with fasting, I do not recommend you jump into a dry fast, but if you have that stubborn belly weight, I think a dry fast, once you've tried the other fasts, is a really good thing to add into your protocol. I do not recommend you go more than 24 hours, and I actually think for women that are menopausal, premenopausal, postmenopausal, and you're having that stubborn weight, and you've tried everything, I think a 12-hour dry fast is perfect. So you can use it for specifically fat metabolism, but don't go more than 24 hours. Now, let's talk about block fasting. I've had some great success with some of my postmenopausal women that really, as they went through menopause, their whole hormonal system got messed up. If that's you and you've tried everything, you're postmenopause, you're not losing weight, you have hot flashes, then a longer block fast, 5 days. I have one patient that went 21 days. Those long fasts can be game changers for your body because it really starts to send your body into its own innate healing regime. Like the body just clicks into this healing state. You also get stem cells that get released in those longer fasts that will repair injured joints. So, but I do not recommend that you do a longer water fast without the guidance of somebody. So you can come into my resetter group. If you're not in my resetter group, I would just put resetters in the comment section. I'll invite you in. And we do longer fasts in there. Once a month we do fast training, and we work on the five different fasts. We play with those, and I coach people through water fasts in there. If you're looking to do a longer fast, you really need to be coached by somebody and have somebody that watches you every day. This one patient of mine went 21 days, and she stayed down 10 pounds. This is a month ago that she did it. Her hot flashes went away. She started sleeping better. It was a game changer for her. She went 21 days, and we coached her through that. So there are options like that, but again, those are when you've really reached that point that you've tried everything and you're ready to do something that just sends your body into a whole nother level of healing. But please do that with the guidance of somebody that's familiar with fasting. So that's fasting. It can be awesome, and just be smart about it. 13 to 15 hours with intermittent. Fast mimicking rocks for menopausal years. Dry fast, 12 hours. I wouldn't push it more than that. Block fast here and there. And if you really want to dive in, then we can look at how do you go about doing a longer fast to have the results that I mentioned that this patient has. So I hope that helps. As always, leave a comment. I'll reach out. I get on here and I will respond to the comments. So I'm always here for you. Come join me in my Resetter group. And as always, I truly hope that helps.